Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. If you are watching my video for the first time and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Also like and share my videos, and I also welcome my subscribers and those that are not subscribed. So we are going to be cutting this dress. It's very simple. I've already folded this fabric into 4, okay, and this shoulder area is going to be folded. See, the same way we cut buba, that's the same way you're going to cut this kaftan. So the shoulder area here has to be on fold. It has to be closed because there is no need for any shoulder slope around here. We are not going to be doing any shoulder slope. It's going to be folded as it is. You can see that it is folded on the shoulder area here. It is folded. So the length of this gown is 44 inches, is 43 inches. Plus 1 inch folding allowance, I have 44 inches. Okay, so around here I'm going to be cutting off this excess because I don't need this much. What I did was to add 10 inches to the shoulder to shoulder measurement. Now whatever you are adding, ensure that you have enough to accommodate the hip. Okay, once you calculate 10 plus your shoulder to shoulder measurement, whatever you have, ensure that you have more than enough for your hip around here. So what I have here now, the wideness I have here now is 18.5, okay, because the shoulder to shoulder measurement is 8.5, then plus 10 inches I have 18.5. I already added the folding allowance to the measurement already, so I'm going to be cutting this excess off. So when folding this, I ensure that this right here now is the right side, because the stitch we are going to be making on this boubou, we are going to be making it on the right side of this fabric. So that is why I also folded this fabric on the right side. So what I'm going to do next is to take the neck measurement. Okay, so the neck width is going to be 4 inches because there is no zipper, no button at the back. 4 inches. So I'm going to mark 4 inches. Okay, and the neck depth, you can use 4 inches as well, or you use 4, or you use 3.5, or you use 4 inches. So I'm going to use 3.5 for this. Okay, remember I said I'm doing this on the right side, so I don't want to do too much mark on it since I'm doing it on the right side. So this is the neckline. This is the neckline, so I'm going to be cutting off the neckline. Okay, so the neckline is, the wideness is 4 inches while the depth is 3.5. You can do 4 inches if you want, it depends on what you want, but I'll just do 3.5. So that's it. We are not doing any shoulder slope here. So the next thing to do is to take the measurement. So for the arm opening, all you need to do is whatever your shoulder line is, just add 1 inches to it, and then you mark it here. That is where your sleeve opening is going to be. Armhole line I have here is 9 inches. So if I add 1 inches to it, I have 10. So this is where 10 inches is. So that means from here to here now will be the arm opening. Okay, we also need to mark the bust area, so which means this armhole line now is going to be our bust area. Okay, so now I'm going to take the quarter of the bust, and the quarter of this person's bust is 10.25. okay, 10.25. So I'm going to add 1 inch for ease, and I'll have 11.25. so this is 11.25. You are going to be taking that mark where you have where your arm opening is going to end. Okay, so this is it here now. Okay, I don't want to do too much mark on it. So the waist area, if you want yours fitted a little, all you need to add is just add half an inch to the quarter of your bust. Okay, if you want it fitted a little, instead of using 1 inch, just use half an inch on the quarter. And on the waist, you mark out the waist measurement. So the waist measurement I have here is 16 inches, and the hip measurement is 25 inches. So this is where the hip is. This is the waist measurement, this is the hip measurement, and the length of the gown. So now I said if you want yours fitted, just add half an inch to the quarter of your bust. You also add half an inch to the quarter of your waist, and then you add half an inch to the quarter of your hip. Then whatever you have at the hip, you insert it to the length of the gown. Okay, but this right here is not going to be that fitted, so that is why I'm adding 1 inch to the bust, and then I'll add 1 inch to the hip. So at the waist area, I'm not going to take the waist measurement. Reason is because my client is going to be using rope at the waist, so that is why I'm not going to shape the waist area. So I'm going to take the measurement. Once I insert the hip measurement, then I'll connect from the bust to the hip and then down to the length of the dress. And then when she used rope, then the rope will bring together the waist area. So now I've inserted the quarter of the bust now. So what I will do now is to insert the quarter of the hip. Okay, so the quarter of the hip is 11 and a half. So if I had 1 inch to it, I'll have 12 and a half. So this is where the 12 and a half is, and the 12 and a half is what I'll also insert at the length of the gown. So I'll also insert 12 and a half here. And remember that when I'm stitching, I'm going to be leaving about 4 inches here for opening so that she can move freely. So I'm going to mark 4 inches upward like so. And then I'll retake the 12 and a half inches. So which means when I take the measurement from the bust now to the hip and then to the length of the skirt, so I'm not stitching down to the length of the skirt. So I'm going to leave about 4 inches here for easy movement. So what I will do now is to just connect the lines. Okay, you just connect from the, so I'm going to do this line now. You can see the line now. So from the hip, you can see I said I'm not shaping the waist. If I want to shape the waist now, I would have inserted the waist allowance, the waist measurement there. So I'm also going to connect to the length of the gown. Okay, so we are almost done. So this is all about this dress. So what I will do now is the measurement I inserted here, I'm also going to insert it to the other side of the gown. What I inserted here, unfold now. So I will turn it to the other side and also put this measurement on the other side. Okay, and then I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch down. So what I will do now is to finish this side up. To finish this, I'm going to be folding this in, and also the hem of the dress, I'll finish it up, and then I'll use the bias to finish the neckline. So I'll go and do that. You can cut and sew this dress in 20 minutes. Okay, so now at the waist area here, I'm just going to extend that waistline. Okay, so at the waist area, remember I said the waist is 16 inches. So at the waist area, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inch. You can go up by 2 inches, but I'll just go up by 1.5 inch like so. Okay, this is the 1.5 inch, and then we are going to be creating a keyhole around here. So I'm just going to make that keyhole now. Just mark a circle. It's just like marking a circle like this where the rope is going to pass through. Okay, so this keyhole now, I'm going to be cutting this off, but before I cut it off, I want to go and stitch down this side. So once I'm done stitching down this side, then I'll cut this off and then use my serger or your zigzag machine to finish this up. This is where the rope is going to be passing through. Okay, so the wideness of this belt is going to be 3 inches. That is, when I open it up, it's going to be 3 inches. When I fold it together, I'll have 1.5. So 1.5 is going to be the wideness of this rope, but because you need to fold it into 2, so I'm going to be needing 3 inches. Then I'll need half an inch on both sides. That makes it 4 inches. So 4 inches is the wideness that I'm going to be cutting out, and the length is going to be by 70 inches. So the length is going to be by 70 inches. So I'm going to cut this out now. So guys, I'm done stitching the side area. And also the neck, you can see I've attached bias to the neck, and I've also stitched the side. Now. So the last thing that I'm going to do is to cut the keyhole. So what I can just use 1 inch for the wideness of the hole. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this together now, and then I'll follow the shape and cut out the circle, like an oval shape, not really circle. It's like an oval shape. So I'm going to cut that out now. So this is what I cut out on this side, you can see. So I'll also do the same thing on the other side too. Thank you guys for watching this video to the end, and I hope you enjoy every step of this tutorial. So please, if you are watching my video and you haven't subscribed yet, please, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel. Also like and share my videos, okay? And I have amazing tutorials, detailed tutorials on my channel, so please consider to subscribe and check out my other videos.